Good morning, hello, and welcome back. I'm very excited about this morning comparison. Okay, so this morning we are going to compare St. Anthony Industry, the Millwright hand grinder, versus one of my favorite coffee machine, the Breville Barista Express, the built-in grinder. So we are going to compare that this morning in live. And so let's find out which one is better, okay? I don't want to say better, but which one has more potential to use. By the way, if you are first time joining me for YouTube Live, welcome. Pretty much first part of my live show, I do like product review, unboxing videos, and then second part is the Q&A. So if you have any questions, ask me away. And we're gonna have some fun with it. Okay, so I got my St. Anthony t-shirt on it this morning. So I'm gonna shout out to them. And I've been looking for a hand grinder for a long time. And then on my Instagram feed, their new product. I mean, I was really surprised because St. Anthony Industry is one of my favorite company. And then I love their products. I mean, they start with their distribution tool set, the block with the wedge and the levy. And it's awesome. They make some really fine product in Utah, okay? So they make, everything is all handmade. So, you know what? If you haven't seen this, let me show you, okay? So once you order this, you're gonna receive this box. Once you open it, oops, you're gonna have the manual. Hold on, let me pick it up. Give you the manual here, very small, but has all the information you need. And this. As you can see, beautiful leather casing as well, okay? Beautiful leather casing. So once you open that, so you're gonna have this. And then, you know what, let's give you guys a close look, okay? I mean, this is worthy of close look. Yeah. So beautiful leather case here. Obviously, that's the handle. Okay, and then once you open it, so here is the pretty much body itself. Everything is all stained. Man, that stainless steel, very well built. Only plastic part we have is this hopper cover. That's it. And the inside, you are looking at 48 millimeter hardened steel burr set. They are conical burr and also titanium coated. So this one should last pretty much long time, okay? And then this one has over, I think it's about 100 different settings. And so pretty much we can do, I mean, French press to espresso. I did a comparison yesterday with a niche grinder versus this. You know what? I mean, this one actually kept up with the niche. So I was very surprised. Very surprised. Okay, so this morning we are going to compare built-in grinder. So built-in grinder, they're same as kind of like a Breville Smart Grinder Pro. They internally they use the same burr set. So this one has, I believe, 40 millimeter conical burr. Okay, 40 or 42. Correct me, I'm wrong. It's around there. So this is 48. So you got 48 versus 42, let's say 42. So bigger burr set means give you more space to ground it and give you more even grind, coffee grinds. So it's good for, you know, making coffee basically. So let's take a look. And also there comes this level. Hold on. I mean, everything is all nicely hand built. This is like oak or maple, beautifully done. Okay. Beautifully made. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a, let's pull the shot espresso and then let's find out which one give you better taste. I wish I have this kind of like someone out there, maybe you can join me for like kind of like blind taste, it'd be great, but unfortunately I have to do, you know, I have to trust my tongue, okay? Trust my taste bud. Which one is better? Because I don't want to be biased either. Okay, so on this morning I'm going to be using Good Brothers coffee. It's called Burundi Gart. I can't even pronounce, but this is really good. So sugar, honey, and cinnamon profile. So And then, so what I'm gonna do is, so this is light to medium. So I wanna be, comes to water temperature, I wanna be a little hotter than default. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm going to change my temperature to +2, okay? I don't wanna be too hot, +2. So if you haven't figured out the changing your temperature, it's very simple, okay? Hold down the program button and power button. Just let it go. Actually, I'm at right now +4 right now. I'm gonna change to +2. So now I'm at +2 from the default temperature. All right, so let's make some coffee here. So let's start with Barista Express. I'm gonna be dialing in 17 grams this morning. Okay, I'm gonna set to the side my hand grinder here. So let's start with Barista Express. Okay. Oh. I'm gonna do it at 17. You know what? Nothing like freshly roasted coffee. They're fantastic. Okay, I'm gonna measure out 17 grams because I want to be precise. I like to compare apple to apple as possible. Okay, so I'm gonna put it in. I'm just gonna flush out my portafilter. And then I'm going to be using my 3D dosing funnel. And I know a lot of you tell me some trick to get rid of all the ground beans. Just simply take the hopper, just punch like that. It's gonna come out all the beans from, okay? Okay, so let's take a look at the grind quality, okay? I'm just gonna shake a little bit. You see that clumps? Hopefully you guys can see it. Hold on. Let me show you the quality of the beans. Just came out. I mean, you see all the clumps there? Okay, so that is, unfortunately, that's the inconsistency of Barista Express, the built-in grinder. I mean, it's not too bad, but still, you got the big lumps. What I like to do is I like to use like paper clip, go like this, you know, and then get rid of it's called declumbing tool. I made this using wine corks and some paper clip. So it works pretty good. Okay, hold on. So what I usually do with that built-in grinder, I'm gonna put back in. Just to use this, just declumb it like that. And then, now, looks a lot better. Okay. So, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be using my St. Anthony distribution tool here. And then I'm just use it. So is there a Model B temper as well? Okay. Okay.
George says his brother lives in Glendale.
Oh, I'm gonna shout out to George. George's brother living in Glendale. So whenever you visit Phoenix to Tucson is about, Glendale is about 2 hours. Yeah, it's still a pretty good way. Okay. Okay. So you know what? Let's take a look at the. Hold on. Let me use this black one. I'm just gonna. Warm up my shot glass. Okay, grinder setting, I'm at number 7. So I don't know what this proper grinder setting is, but we're gonna start with the 7 and see what happens here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start time when I start the button, okay? So you can time it two different ways. You want to start the time when you press the button or when you see the first drop. It's kind of all up to you guys, you know, whatever you like. The bottom line is, as long as it tastes good, that only matters there. Okay. So.
Yesterday, what would you say? The niche versus the millwork. What would you?
Oh, hold on a second. So here I go. I'm just gonna lay it down. About 10 seconds into it. I'm looking for around 34 gram, 34, 35 gram. Around 27 seconds there. Okay, so 39 gram at 30 seconds. Okay, that's good. Okay. The shot looks good. Beautiful crema. All right, so let's try this. Okay. Let's try the shots. So that's gonna be my baseline. Cheers. Okay, sweet. What else? Cinnamony. I can definitely taste the cinnamon. It's good, okay? Not bad at all. Excellent. And I like to be a little bit more extracted, but overall, that's a fantastic shot. So this time, let's use a hand grinder, okay? So, okay, someone asked me for my yesterday video, niche versus Millwright hand grinder. Obviously, niche is a lot easier to use, give you better quality. But comes to taste, I mean, I cannot tell the difference, okay? Slightly better on this one, but I cannot tell. But that's why I'm doing test with built-in grinder, because most of you have this. But I know for a fact, I mean, not that many people has a niche grinder, so it was fun comparison, but it wasn't realistic. But this one is definitely realistic. So again, if I have choice between build handheld versus niche, I take this all day. But if I only have like a couple $100 to spend, I don't know. I mean, this is top of my list here. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be measuring out 17 gram. Okay, so let's do that. So what I'm gonna do is, again, I'm gonna show you guys retention as well. Okay, how much retention we're gonna get. So I'm gonna put 17 gram in it. Here we go, 17. 17.05, close enough. Okay. I'll just remove the top here. By the way, this dosing funnel 3D, I mean, fits perfect. My hand grinder, so easy. I'm just gonna put it like this, just like that. Close it, lock it in. So they are screw on, so it's gonna get on very securely. Everything fits perfect, okay? All right, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna time this. Yesterday, it took me 40 seconds to do it. So let's find out today how fast I'm gonna do. I mean, if you guys are looking for workout in the morning, this is pretty good workout.
Damon wants me to ask you, how many espresso could we reasonably make in a row with the hand grinder before your arm gives out?
Jamie asked me how many grams. I don't know how many, maybe 2, 3 at the most. Okay, so let's try this. Here we go. So I'm into 10 seconds. So you know when your grinding is over. Plus, I mean, we are controlling the speed, right? Not the controlling it, but we're not going too fast. So which means we're not heating up the beans either, so that's good. Okay, I'm at 35 seconds. About 40 seconds, okay? It's about 40 seconds. So, yeah, it's not too bad. Yeah, so 40 seconds. So I bet you, I mean, if you're strong, I bet you can do about 3 or 4 times. I need to get in shape for this, but yeah. All right, I'm just gonna flush out, clean up my portafilter. Okay, I'm very excited about this test right here. This is it, because I mean, if this thing works pretty good, I mean, if you're looking for what to upgrade for the holidays, for the gifts wise, this might be a pretty good option. Okay, I'm just make sure everything is in. So we put 17.3 gram in, so let's find out, okay? 17 gram out, guys. So comes to retention, they're pretty accurate. So let me show you. Yeah, because I want to show you I got 17.03 gram in and 17 gram out. That's really impressive. I guess most hand grinds are pretty accurate anyway, because there's not a lot of room to stuck in there. So, all right. So at this point, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna transfer beans to here, like so. I mean, it comes to grinders quality, you know, let me show you too, okay? Because with Breville built-in grinder, you guys saw a lot of clumps. Not as much. It's pretty evenly and very, very fluffy as well. So pretty nice, okay? So far, everything is really nice. The grind quality as well as the grind quality is really good. A lot better than built-in grinder. Okay, so now let's pour some shots here and see what we're gonna get. We're gonna do exactly the same. Okay, I'm just gonna flush one more time. So I'm going to start time when I start the button. Okay. Here we go. Okay, so here is, I need to adjust my grinder size. All right, so this is good. So I get to show you how to change the grinder size on hand grinder. So as you can see, it's much faster, which means I have to change my grinder size finer. Comes to consistency of grind size on handheld grinder is really good, okay? They're fantastic. If you drink this right now, it's gonna be nice and sour.
How is it compared to the niche?
Someone asked me about the niche and Millwright. You know what? I think it's obviously, I don't have the microscope to take a look at it, but niche grinder is 63 millimeter conical burr, okay, compared to 48, so it's much bigger burr set inside. So you're gonna get better grind quality, just like we are comparing built-in grinder here. That's 40 millimeter versus 48. So you're gonna see the better quality from Millwright. So it all depends. These are subjective, not the subjective, but it all depends on what you're comparing to. Okay, so let's do one more time. Okay, change grinder setting. just make sure you are going to hold the bottom like this. So right now I'm at size number 3, I think. I'm gonna go down to looking at the grinder setting, the flow. I gotta make a little finer, so I'm gonna go 2 more notch, maybe 1 more. Hold on. You know what? Let's do 1 more, okay, and see what we're gonna get. So, okay, so this time I'm gonna be doing just like last time. And I got make a little finer here, grinder size. And then let's do 1 more time. I'm gonna be exactly the same. I'm gonna be using 17 gram as well. Okay. Okay, 17 gram.
David says, I think a good way to compare grind size would be the crude stiffness.
Oh, sure. Yep. Dave mentioned about if you want to compare the grind size, crude makes this shifter, so you can actually see the grind size. They're really good. Hold on. Okay, so this is my number 2. Okay. Usually takes about 40 seconds. So I'm not recommend making coffee for entire family on using hand grinder, okay? If you're by yourself, camping trip, it's not too bad. Actually works perfect, but if you have family of 4 like me, no. I won't recommend it. Okay, so, a little more. Okay, there we go. Oh, 1 more. Okay, so now we are good. Okay. Get my porter filter ready here. Just make sure all the beans are catching on the bottom. Okay. Okay. Yeah, again, the grind quality is excellent, I have to say. Very fluffy.
A original Cario's go-to.
Uh-huh.
It's very good, but setting size is a pain. I'm debating if I want a new manual grinder, but he says 149 is a lot.
Sure. I mean, for the 149 for grinder, it's not cheap, okay? So, let's see. Let's do 1 more. Hopefully we're gonna get a better shot this time. We are using 17 gram.
David asks, do you notice a difference in flavor or texture when using the manual grinder versus Breville?
Dave asked me, do I taste the difference? I'm gonna find out right now. Hopefully we're gonna get a decent shot this time. Shot looks good. Okay, I got 32 seconds, 38 gram at 20, about 24 gram. Okay, let's try this. Cheers. Much better than one before. And then give you a lot more sweetness. Again, as you guys saw, the little faster, wasn't it? So it's a little faster. So only limitation on this hand grinder is the finer setting. Okay, so right now I'm at setting number 1. Okay, doesn't get any finer than this. So yeah, so pretty much I'm at the finer setting. So which means I cannot go finer. So that is unfortunate. But luckily we are using the Bristol Express that's 54 millimeter. Their depth is a lot deeper than 58 millimeter. So 58 millimeter, if you want to pull the great shots, you have to have a right grinder size, because they're so shallow. There's no room to give. But with Bristol Express, you can slow down the shot 2 ways. Okay, grinder size and then dosing amounts. So now we know we're at the finest setting on Bristol Express. So check this out. So what I'm going to do is we're going to do one more shot, and then I'm going to up my dosing amounts to 17.5 gram. Okay. You know what? Let's go up to 18 gram. Okay. I'm going to go up by one gram, so 18 gram. Because I prefer 17, just because I know some of you like 18 to 19 gram, but we're going to go up to 18 gram right now. And you are going to go see the big difference in shot quality.
In your video yesterday, George wants to know if you went over your grind size setting on millwork.
George asked me what?
If you went over setting grind size on millwork.
What do you mean? George asked me a question about the went over.
How to set the grind on the millwork.
Oh, so okay. So yesterday I was using a wrench. Comparing to a niche grinder, I was using the finest setting as well for the both. So right now I'm at the finest setting on my Millwright grinder, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to up my dosing amounts. Okay. So let's do one more. So this is very interesting though. Okay. Okay. So let's do that one more time.
Do you find beans require the same or similar grind size when using the Breville Barista versus the Sylvia?
Comes to Dane asked me about the grinder size for Sylvia versus Breville Barista Express. No, completely not the same, guys. It's different because 58 millimeters are a lot shallow than Barista Express, so you gotta really play with it. Okay, so let's do one more. I'm gonna up my dose to 18 gram, and you are going to see the different shot quality here. Okay. Okay, here we go. 18.
How many different grind size settings are there on the millwork?
So someone asked me, what's the grind size on millwork? You're looking at around 100 different settings. Okay, I'm just going to take it out, like so. Pins in. When it comes to workflow, it's very easy. Okay, it's not that difficult. Very easy to use. I'm just going to pop it in here, and then about 40 seconds. Actually, it's going to be more than 40 seconds. I'm grinding another gram, so. I mean, this can be like really fun morning ritual. Almost there. Here I go. Yeah, I don't hear any. Almost. Here we go. Yep. Good. All right. Okay. I got 18 gram. Dosed out. I'm just gonna flush, clean it. Okay. Here we go. Get all the beans out here. I don't want to waste any. Again, comes to the quality of grind quality is excellent. Okay. Okay, so I up my dose to 18. Let's go here. I'm just going to distribute and give it a good temp. Okay, this is it. About 25 seconds. So shot quality looks pretty good overall. Okay, okay, let's take a look. Let's taste. So let's taste. So that is our number 3 shots, okay? Cheers. Yeah, much better. So this one you have to do some work, okay? So do I recommend this one? Okay, by the way, if you guys would like to add it to your collection for your coffee bar, if you like to start getting into French press and pour over, this is must, okay? So you need to have something like this because, but if you want to replace your espresso grinder to this one, you can do it, okay? But you have to actually think about the process though. Because again, so I'm at the finest setting on this one. So only way to I slow down my shot, get a really good shot is you have to up your dosing amounts. And there's something you have to think about that as well. But if you don't care about that, if you're making just a milk-based drink, you want the consistent shots. I mean, for the price of $149, so $150, I mean, that's pretty, okay. It is expensive compared to like $40 hand grinders out there or $20 hand grinder. But if you're comparing to like $250 to $300 hand grinder, what you get from this, I mean, that's something is up to you. You guys has to decide, but personally, I mean, I really like the whole package of it. Yes. You need some more finer setting on the Millwright comes to espresso, but you can manage it by up your dosing amount. So that's not I don't want to say it's not a big deal, but it's definitely manageable, okay? Because you are getting the really nice quality grinds, so definitely manageable. I mean, it still tastes really good. So again, you have to do some little work, but you get there. But overall taste is more balanced. I feel like it's more balanced with Millwright here.
Than the Breville?
And then Breville, okay? But again, it's up to you guys to decide. I mean, that's why I'm showing you the whole picture here, doing in live. So I cannot, edit anything out. So you guys see it. Kind of like what you see is what you get. I mean, overall process, it is a lot of work, guys. 40 seconds is a pretty long time to using the hand grinder, but if you want to make 2 or 3 shots, but you guys want to go on camping or, out of town, man, that is really fun to use. Okay, so we got some questions.
So David says, or asks, are grinding darker beans easier than lighter beans since lighter roasts are denser?
Oh, okay, so that's a great question. Okay, so because Dave asked me, this is medium to light roast. And if you are using the darker roast, it's much easier. You know what, let's do that, okay? Because I do have a darker roast on hand. Because so last couple of days I've been using medium to light to medium, so it's a lot more dense. So I do have Starbucks, okay? I do have a Starbucks, the medium roast, but even they say medium, more like medium to dark anyway, so it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be interesting. So let's do one more. Okay. Let's do one more here. You got some questions?
Well, Mr. Thomas Yip says he's working on motorizing his Hario manual.
Sure, yep. I know some people actually motorize their hand grinder, so. Yep.
And he said you're being a jolly joker. He said, fun morning ritual Sunday meetings. Since I am retired, it might be fun for me, but if you have to work, I doubt it's fun.
I mean, George brought a great point. It can be really fun ritual if you have a lot of time. Okay. If you're a morning person, if you are busy in the morning, it's definitely is not. Okay. Not the one. Okay. So right now so this is 18 gram. So whenever you are using the darker roast, they expand. So watch this. It's gonna be interesting to see here. Okay. Here I go. I'm gonna put my beans in, 18 gram. By the way, so this one go up to 28 gram. Okay, just gonna lock it in here on the bottom. So since this is a lighter roast, it's gonna be a lot easier. Oh yeah, it's a lot easier. Oh yeah, so I'm sorry, this is darker roast. So a lot easier to, yeah. With the light to medium roast, they're a lot more dense. That's a lot harder. Yeah, so much easier with the darker roast. There we go. I'm almost there. Okay. Almost. I can still feel it. I think I feel like I'm doing forever here. Okay. There we go. Almost done. Yeah. Yep, this is it. Yep. Oh, not yet. Okay, now it's done. Okay. Felt like forever, wasn't it? But it wasn't. But yeah. Okay. Oh wow, the grinder quality is really good. Let me show you with that as well. Just gonna flush one more time. It's a little messy right now, but that's kind of like part of the package. Okay. I mean, even darker roast, the grind quality is really good. I hope you guys can see it. Okay. So let's do one more. Okay, even though 18 gram earlier, so now as you can see, it's all kind of like more volume. Okay, what's the word we're looking for? It's more fuller, let's put it that way, because they are more lighter. It's not as dense, so. Okay, I'm just gonna distribute.
So somebody asked, are you planning on getting a dual boiler in the future since you have nice grinders?
I'm gonna answer that. Okay, so right now, I put 18 gram in it. It's too much, okay? Because again, so this is a darker roast. So if I'm gonna put it there right now, it's gonna be choke. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be using my it's called razor tool. Back of your tray. Simply go like this, scoop out the beans. Like so. Hopefully you guys can see it. Okay, here we go. Scrape out the. So with the darker roast, maybe you might want to use maybe like 17 gram. So you gotta level it out using the razor tool here. Okay. I'm just gonna polish it. So let's find out what kind of shot we're gonna get. Okay, you know what? I need some coffee here. I need some clean cup. By the way, thank you so much for watching my live show here. I know it's not the most exciting live show. You know, watching some guy making coffee in the morning. Thank you for that. Okay. Okay, here we go. So I'm using even the Starbucks says medium roast. It's not medium, it's more like dark. Okay, I'm just gonna. See, again, the sharp part, yeah, it's not gonna. The reason is this beans is not as fresh. So you're gonna get really, really bad shots here. Yeah, it's not, yeah. Okay, so if I'm gonna drink that, it's gonna be extremely sour. Cheers. No. It's not the best. Okay, so if you're looking for if you like to drink espresso, just go with really freshly roasted beans. I know Seattle Coffee Gear has some really good blend, and I know Good Brothers does. But okay, so let's go back to this one. So is that worth buying? My answer for you is all depends. Okay, I mean, if you guys would like to start trying different type of coffees, okay, like pour over or French press, I highly recommend this. I mean, this is fantastic. And if you want to replace espresso with this, you could do it, okay, but you're pushing it, and you have to understand how espresso, what's the technique works. If you understand that, you can definitely use this one as well, because this is a much better quality burr set than built-in grinder. Just better quality, okay, overall. Titanium coated, hardened steel. Yeah, I mean, this is really nice. But if you just want the espresso only on this one, I felt like it does not give you enough the grinder setting on this. Because again, so this one has a 1 through 100. Different settings. But this one trying to cover espresso up to French press. That's huge. Compared to built-in grinder, so this is only made for espresso only. You cannot do French press, you cannot do the pour over. So adding this on your coffee bar, pretty much it completes it. So now you can have all of them. You can have the espresso up to French press with one hand grinder. By the way, so this is not a sponsored video, okay? They're not paying me to say that. I mean, so that's my personal opinion as well. So, what else? Any questions?
It sounds like it's best with AeroPress or pour over, and not necessarily espresso.
So this one is goodness. If you like to use like AeroPress, V60, French press, I mean, this is must have some kind of hand grinder, high quality hand grinder. But if you are looking for just the espresso, I mean, yes, built-in grinder needs some work, but still they're good enough to adjust the finer setting as well. Because we got the 1 through 16 on the top, and internally we got 1 through 10. So you can go really, really fine on this guy. So you have a lot of options. Again, 150 bucks versus around 750 bucks right here for the niche grinder. And then with Barista Express, that came with it. So, I mean, if you want to add to more, you know, again, if you like coffee as your hobby, something like this, something like Millwright coffee grinder, kind of like higher end, is really nice to have. So if you're looking for holiday gifts, definitely check it out as well. I'm going to put the St. Anthony Industry link down below. It's definitely worth checking it out.
So back to the question, are you planning on getting a dual boiler considering you have nice grinder?
Someone asked me, since I have a nice grinder like niche, am I going to buy like dual boiler or heat exchange? Answer is maybe, okay, because again, those machines are pretty pricey. If I want to get it, I want to get something decent. So one I like is around $2,000. So I'm not at the moment, but I like to play with eventually a Serbia more. I like to show you guys more of that because I think we can do a lot more with Serbia than Breville Barista Express.
George says, why is it hard to find a good dark roast?
George asked me, why is it hard to find good dark roast? It's pretty much, I don't want to say impossible, George, because the dark roast, especially Starbucks, okay, they have to make their coffee dark as possible so they can be consistent throughout the world. I mean, if you go to their flagship store in Chicago, I think they got one in Chicago, some other places in the world, they have amazing coffee beans over there because they do, you know, freshly roasted. But if you go to regular Starbucks or even store-bought, it's hard to find because dark roast is kind of another way to say somewhat burnt on coffee beans. So it's really tricky. So, I mean, if you find your local roaster or local coffee shop, if you like their dark roast, make sure ask, and make sure ask them what kind of beans they are using, or better yet, just buying from them as well.
How many grams fit in the hand grinder?
Okay, someone asked me about the hand grinder. How many grams I can fit in here? 28 gram. Okay, but again, it's 28 gram is all based on the weight. So if you are using darker roast, even though 28 gram is not the same 20 gram as a lighter roast, because the lighter roast is a lot more dense. So it's all dependent on the beans, but on average about 28 gram. Okay, I think we are good this morning. So my plan for tomorrow morning is I'm going to be using a hand grinder. I'm going to bring it up my Flare manual machine. So I'm going to be playing with that. So Flare, I'm going to match that with Millwright. So see what kind of shot we're going to get tomorrow morning.
So Dane asked, do you plan on doing some roasting videos? I purchased the new version of the Be More roaster.
Oh, so Dane asked me, am I planning on doing more roasting video? I wasn't planning on it, but Dane let me know, okay? And we can work something out. Because Dane just bought a Beam or coffee roaster. They are fantastic. Okay, that's one of my favorite coffee roasters out there. So you're gonna have fun with it. Okay, any questions so far? I think we are good, and I hope you guys are having a wonderful morning and afternoon. All depends on where you guys at. But again, we're gonna play with some more this week with Millwright hand grinder. So tomorrow morning is with the Flare tomorrow morning. So it's gonna be fun. I'm really looking forward to comparing what kind of shot we're gonna get with this.
Linda has cherry syrup and a chocolate hazelnut syrup, and she wants some recipes.
So Linda asked me. So Linda has hazelnut syrup, chocolate hazelnut, and cherry. Wow. Okay. So let me come up some recipe with that. Okay, Linda. Let me get back. You know, you're gonna see it in some morning. All right, and pretty much it. I think so. Oh, anyway, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Just make sure to follow me on Instagram as well. And see you guys tomorrow morning.